Welcome to the Travel Squad podcast, where adventure meets inspiration. We're your hosts. I'm Brittany.
I'm Kim.
And I'm Jamal. Together we explore international destinations, hike epic national parks, and share unforgettable travel experiences with you, one passport stamp at a time.
Our mission is to inspire you to travel by showing you how you can make it work no matter your budget, schedule, or experience level.
We bring you along so that you can laugh, get excited, and start planning your own trip.
So grab your ticket and your passport.
And don't forget your travel insurance.
And get ready to embark on a new adventure with us around the globe.
Hey Squaddies, Travel Squad Podcast is back with Just the Tip, our Friday mini episode series where we give you quick travel stories, hacks, and recommendations to set you off into the weekend right.
Today, we're highlighting 5 magical places across the Pacific Northwest, from mossy rainforests that I love to rugged coastlines and dramatic mountain views. The Pacific Northwest is a geographical region in Western North America bounded by its coastal waters of the Pacific Ocean to the west and loosely by the Rocky Mountains to the east.
The Pacific Northwest are the states of Washington, Oregon, and Idaho. And some loose definitions also include the north part of California, kind of like where the redwoods are, and above that, parts of British Columbia, like Vancouver area too. So this area just has so much to offer. We've been to a lot of different places within the Pacific Northwest, and we cannot wait to share them with you. It's perfect for nature lovers, people that love to road trip, and also just anyone that wants to add an incredible new destination to their list.
So we're going to go over 5 places with you in the Pacific Northwest. The first one that we're going to talk about is going to be Brookings, Oregon. Now, Brookings is in southern Oregon along the coast by the Pacific Ocean, and it's near the California border. So this pairs really great with Redwood National Park or Crater Lake. Like you were saying, Brittany, sometimes Pacific Northwest includes parts of Northern California. So this is right in that region because this is really southern Oregon, right along the ocean, right here, close to the Redwood region.
So a lot of people know that Oregon can be pretty rainy, but why Brookings is magical is it's in a region known as the banana belt of the Oregon coast. So there's warmer weather, rugged sea cliffs, and really dramatic ocean views. And so it can be enjoyed even in winter.
Right. The banana belt is a terminology given to certain places that are abnormally warmer than they should be based off of the surrounding area. So this area of Brookings, again, is warmer than most other regions in the area and more particularly around wintertime. So it is a good place to go where you're not really going to freeze during the winter. It's a little bit more warm for you.
Brookings has a lot of secluded beaches. Some of them you can actually only get to at low tide. And they have like that driftwood strewn shore, really pretty, natural bridges, and good hiking. But if you were to visit, I would say the best time to visit is spring through early fall, especially if you're going to be tide pooling and if you want some really good sunsets.
With a major selection of the looks your kiddos love starting at just $4 in the Walmart app, a new school year means a stylish new them. Who knew? Find skater skirts and Crocs that say, I'm casual but cool. Sparkly sneakers that say, it's my classroom, you're just learning in it. And preppy polos that say, I'm the teacher's pet, even if they're mommy's menace at home. Find their favorite styles starting at just $4 in the app. The Walmart you thought you knew is now new.
I'm always looking for ways to show my cat how much I love her. And with Fancy Feast gems, I can pamper her whenever I want with a savory gravy on top of a gourmet mousse pâté. The pyramid shape makes serving simple, so all I have to do is peel and plate to make mealtime feel extra fancy. And with 2 entrees in every pack, it's easy to turn every day into the extraordinary. Fancy Feast gems.
Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile. With the price of just about everything going up, we thought we'd bring our prices down. So to help us, we brought in a reverse auctioneer, which is apparently a thing.
Mint Mobile Unlimited Premium Wireless. How to get 30, 30, bit to get 30, bit to get 20, 20, 20, bit to get 20, 20, bit to get 15, 15, 15, 15, just $15 a month? Sold!
Give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan equivalent to $15 per month required. New customer offer for first 3 months only. Speed slow after 35 gigabytes if network's busy. Taxes and fees extra. See mintmobile.com.
Squatties, don't forget to sign up for our newsletter. We send it out twice a month and it always has inspiration just like this episode in it. If you're interested, you're not signed up yet, we'll put the link in the show notes so you can start getting our emails.
Next up on our list, number 2 is going to be North Cascades National Park in Washington. So it's in northern Washington along the Canadian border, and it's magical because it's called the American Alps for its jagged peaks, glaciers, and alpine lakes. And it's one of the least visited national parks, so it has no entrance fees.
It looks to be a very beautiful park. I haven't made my way over there just yet, but when you do go, when I will go for the first time, it has remote wilderness, epic hiking, jaw-dropping scenic drives. If you're not into the hiking, the North Cascades Highway is one that you absolutely must do. And Diablo Lake's bright turquoise water, it really looks unreal, even from the pictures that you all shared. What a gorgeous scene.
I know just what you were describing, Kim, is so true. I mean, it really is rugged, remote wilderness. It has the jagged peaks of the mountains, and I really loved it out here. Diablo Lake, I couldn't believe when I was seeing it for the first time, really how turquoise it was. And sometimes, people see photos, you think filters. No, that photo that you're talking about that you saw, Kim, no filter. That is really how it looks in its natural state. So this is a great, beautiful national park and region of the Pacific Northwest.
This is the national park where I picked a hike and we had to drive down a 16-mile gravel dirt road. And as we're driving it, Jamal looks over at me. He scoffs, Jamal's famous scoff. And he's like, "You sure know how to pick them." He thought we were going to get carjacked or murdered on this isolated road because that's just how remote it feels. But once we got to the parking lot, there was a ton of other cars, not a ton of people on the hike. You'll see people, but it's not crazy like it is in Yosemite. But the mountains are just so beautiful. These alpine lakes are amazing. Highly recommend going to North Cascades. The best time to visit is in summer, July through September, for full access because a lot of the roads do shut down in winter due to snow. And definitely pair this with Washington's 2 other national parks, and we have an itinerary for them.
I just want to say real quick before we get on to number 3, my mind didn't just go to we're going to get murdered and abducted on this road or carjacked or something. National park and certain areas is really so remote that you're not going to encounter a lot of people that it is known that if you leave valuables in your car, more often than not, they're not there. So when we were starting to go down this 16-mile dirt road, I really was thinking possibly the worst based off of what even the national park warns you. But don't let that discourage you from going really beautiful out here in this region.
Well, that doesn't make sense. If it's not that many people, who's taking the valuables?
Locals.
Ah, okay. All right. Well, that makes sense then. We will link the Washington's 3 national parks itinerary in the show notes for you squatties. Number 3, Boise, Idaho. What an underrated destination in the Pacific Northwest, right?
It really is.
Loved Boise when we went. Didn't know I would love Boise so much.
I know. It was a real surprise destination, and I'm actually dying to go back. We haven't been since 2020. Boise is located in southwestern Idaho. It's magical because it's the perfect blend of an urban city, but it's still a small city and it's surrounded by nature. There's a really good food scene actually in downtown Boise. There's also a college there, so they have a good nightlife scene, but the mountains surrounding it, the Boise River Greenbelt around there, it makes for a wonderful weekend trip.
And it's a great hub, especially if you want to do hiking or go to hot springs. We got to visit 2 hot springs while we were out here, and we did go in winter. And how fun was that snow tubing?
Oh my God, snow tubing, I felt like a little child again. It was so fun.
Do you remember what the mountain is called that we went snow tubing on just right outside the city? Bogus Basin.
Bogus Basin. So you definitely have to hit that up. It's a very short drive from city center. And then I do recommend going in winter. Now, driving can be a little tricky in the snow if you're not used to that. But the hot springs that we went to, Kirkham Hot Springs and Gold Fork Hot Springs, which is a little bit more of a drive, they are absolutely worth going. And I don't think they'd have the same magic in the summer.
That's true. But during the summer, you can go into the Sawtooth Mountains. You could do a lot of hiking. So if you're there, not for the hot springs and for the hiking, I would say late spring through early fall. But if you want the skiing, snowboarding, snow tubing, all of that fun and magic, go in winter for sure.
What I really just heard is Boise's so cool that it is a multi-season destination that you just have to go to. So you're right. It really depends on what you want to do and when you should go. But nevertheless, Boise, Idaho, really, really loved it. Number 4 on our list is going to be Silver Falls State Park in Oregon. So this is about an hour from Salem, Oregon, and it's magical because this park is known as the crown jewel of the Oregon State Park System, and it's famous for its Trail of 10 waterfalls.
And what do you think you see, Kim, on the Trail of 10 waterfalls?
9 waterfalls?
No. You see 10 amazing waterfalls. And they're not just like the tiny little stream waterfalls, like 10 actually pretty cool waterfalls where you can actually walk behind some of the waterfalls and you're in this just amazing lush forest. You get the mist from the falls. It's a hike that's doable and rewarding at the same time. I want to say the hike it's around like 7 miles. So it's really cool. You can walk behind South Falls, which is their signature falls, and I would highly recommend doing this trail specifically.
Each one of their falls was different too. Like they had a tall, narrow one, then they had a really wide one, then just a tall, wide one, a little bit shorter. So you get a good variety of different styles, so it doesn't really get boring. And even when you're not in front of the waterfalls, the trail itself is just really cool, really pretty in this region forested area. And so I really loved it when we were out here. And one of the best times to visit is spring, particularly so you have the more powerful waterfalls from that winter runoff that is finally melting. Of course, during fall, you'll have vibrant colors as well. And you guys can check out our 3-day Oregon waterfall itinerary. It does include Silver Falls State Park and other amazing Oregon waterfalls just as well.
I know this is the area where they also have lavender blooms in July, right?
That's a little bit more up north, but it's close enough to pair that in the same trip for sure.
I really want to do that. I was trying to do it this year, but we'll see if we can make it happen.
And then with those lavender blooms, you also have a backdrop of, Mount Hood and volcanoes in the background. So there's lots of really good stuff going on in this region. So I agree. A little bit further.
Wine tasting.
Yes,
Yeah.
there is wine tasting there.
Wine
So lots
tasting.
of things that you can pair by doing this state park and the Trail of 10 Falls. But yeah, breathtaking.
The McDonald's Snack Wrap is back. You brought it back. Ranch Snack Wrap. Spicy Snack Wrap. You broke the internet for a snack. Snack Wrap is back. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Welcome to Sephora. I'm looking for a perfume that's not too perfumey. I got you.
Serum moisturizer or moisturizer serum.
Let's get into layering.
My concealer is making me look worse.
Sounds like the wrong shade. Let's get you matched.
There's only one store that really gets what you're going for. Get beauty from people who get beauty. Only at Sephora.
Hi, Let's get you a basket.
Are your business expenses playing hide and seek? With Uber for Business, the small spends that slip through the cracks, like rides and meals, go right where you need them. Because it integrates with leading expense platforms, you can say goodbye to surprise costs, missing dollars, or chasing receipts. Everything's track downable. Uber for Business. Make small steps that make a big impact. Learn more at uber.com/small steps.
My favorite place in the Pacific Northwest, and one of my favorite places in the country, even the world, is the Hoh Rainforest in Olympic National Park, Washington.
Yes, the Hoh Rainforest is so beautiful. And Kim, you have gone twice. You had been hyping it up when you had gone before us, and then when we went together as a squad. I was just so amazed how beautiful it is. It's located in the Western Olympic Peninsula in Washington, but it's magical because it's one of the few temperate rainforests in the U.S. It's blanketed in emerald moss, ancient trees. You literally feel like you're stepping into a fairy tale.
There's ferns everywhere. And if you go at the right time of year or day, I mean, I went in August. So even though that was summer, it was still that first time I went, very misty, very foggy. I was wearing a light raincoat. It was that type of weather. And it's just beautiful. If you are a fan of the Twilight movies, Forks, Washington, that's right by this Hoh Rainforest.
If you go in the morning like we did, we barely encountered anyone on the trails except for us. And if you just stop and listen, you can hear the birds and the dripping moss, and it just is so cool. Highly recommend doing the Hall of Mosses trail. It's a really short loop, but it makes you just kind of feel like you're walking through a movie set. I wish, though, when we went as a squad, it was a little bit more foggier and mistier. Like you had gotten it when you went in August. I would have liked it a little bit more, but this is an amazing destination, and it gives you an opportunity to explore more of Olympic National Park, which has lots of waterfalls, beaches, and really cool hikes.
It is a bit of a hard to reach destination, I would say. It's a bit of a drive to get out there, and there's not a lot of like cities or hotels or whatnot out there. So plan to go spend at least a full day in this area, maybe even spend the night. When I went that first time, I actually rented an Airbnb. One of the only times I've ever done a shared Airbnb where you just have the room. We like creeped into this house in the middle of the night, in the middle of the forest, stayed there, left early in the morning. So it kind of added to the mystique of the whole place.
That sounds really fun, really cool, and like you said, really adding to the mystique and ambiance of where you are at. But May through September is known for the drier conditions, though it's magical year-round. And you can also pair this with the other two Washington national parks. We do have an itinerary for that as well. We mentioned one of the other Washington national parks, which is going to be North Cascades. So you can pair that here with the Idaho rainforest as well as Mount Rainier.
And if these 5 haven't inspired you to go to the Pacific Northwest, I don't know what will, but we have a ton more content on our website, travelsquadpodcast.com, so you can go browse there for more inspiration. And thanks so much for tuning in to Just the Tip.
Make sure to subscribe, leave a review, and follow us on all the socials at Travel Squad Podcast.
And have fun traveling this weekend.
Bye, Squaddies.
Bye, Squaddies.